Hi everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft, and I'm back with a tutorial because if you remember I did the decoupage coasters the other day and I promised I would make a gift box for them, so that's what we're going to do. So I've made two more the same. I just thought I would have them all matching. Okay, so that's the coasters. Now we're going to make it out of grey board because I thought it would be a bit more thicker and just professional looking. We're also going to do something else. Now this here, believe it or not, is a napkin, and you see all that sparkle. I've actually done some heat embossing. So what I did was I cut a tag and I glued the napkin on with glue, and then I put this sparkle stuff on, and then I just cut another tag and put it on the back. So we're going to do this because you really have no idea that that's a napkin. This one, I wasn't so keen on the glitter on this one. This one and this one, which, as I said, these are all napkins, and I think my favourite finish is this one here. So we are going to do this with our box because I want to have the little robin on the top of the lid as well. So we'll do that towards the end. So let's just make the box base first. So I've cut a piece of chipboard which is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, and then I've cut two little pieces which are 4 1/8 by 3/4 of an inch, and they are going to go on here. Okay, and I've used this kind of red cardstock, which is Sizzix cardstock, because I love that textured finish on it. So we're going to just basically glue them on here like this, and then we're going to glue them over. So you can use glue or tape, it's up to you. I'm just going to use some glue out my little bottle here. And then just go over the edges with your bone folder just to like score the paper. And then just start and fold that round. And then take some scissors and just snip the corners off. I'm actually just going to take a little bit off these as well. I don't want them to be too long, too wide rather. Okay, then we're going to glue these down. And then we're just going to push those little ends in like that, so that when we fold that over, it leaves a nice neat corner. Yeah, I'm so busy this weekend because I'm just getting all my stuff delivered for my create and craft shows. Oh god, I'm so nervous. My first show is next Sunday the 19th at 2:15 p.m. And then I've got another one again, I think it's 3:45 or 4. And then I have got the last one at 6:45 p.m. and then I'll drive home on the Sunday night. And then I'm back again on Tuesday for one show. And then I've got a foam flower show, like flower making. I think it's either the 27th or the 29th of July, but I'll keep you posted on that. But my first one is next Sunday, the 19th. I'm so nervous. So yeah, I've got to make all my samples and prep the demos and stuff. So that's what we have. We've got our little base of our box here. Okay, so for your sides, what we're going to do is, this is what we need to make times 2. So here's another one, 4 1/8 by 3/4. I've got a piece of the same card that I've just cut so it looks something like that, just enough so it will cover it. Glue the piece of chipboard on, and then again just score. I just score around the sides a bit. And then just fold it over where you've scored. And then what you're going to do this time is you are going to cut these little corner squares away, so we end up with this. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you are only going to glue one of the pieces over like that. Doesn't matter which one. Well, actually I'm going to glue the smaller one, like this one's a little bit thinner, so I'm going to glue that one on. Okay, and then what's going to happen is this is going to glue to our box and the sides will glue like this. But what we're going to do to cover this piece of chipboard so that it's all the same inside is I've got a little strip the same measurement, well just under 4 1/8 by 3/4 of an inch, and that is just going to go on here just to cover any of the chipboard shown. Okay, and I've just got to do the same with this one. And I haven't got a, I'm just going to grab another bit of that card. I haven't cut the little piece for there. I'm just going to kind of guesstimate it really. Right, that's going to go on there. And that just covers any bits of chipboard so it's tidy inside. So you want glue on here. This is going to go on the side, but obviously we need to leave a gap so it can fold up. So leave a gap just like you've done with here. checking. Probably do a bit more in there actually. Yep, that should be okay. And then you can cover this with a piece of the same paper at the end. I mean, it's underneath anyway, so. And then I've got another piece of card which is going to go just over here to just hide any bits. This is 5.5 inches by 4 inches. Oh, I'm so messy with glue. Okay. Cover that. Okay, so then now our little box, we will just pop glue on here on these tabs, and we will just glue this into here like this, and this will make our little box. Or if you wanted to, you could glue them on the outside like this, and then you could just cover it again with another piece of, you know, paper or whatever, but I'm just going to do mine on the inside. Okay, so we're going to move on to the lid now. Quickly, what I found was I've decided to glue the tabs on the outside because it was kind of, I think the weight of the chipboard was pulling it, so what I did was I just peeled them off. I glued them on the outside, but then the bits where I could see the tabs, I just took 2 more strips of the card and I just glued it over, and it looks better and it's holding it stronger. So glue them on the outside. So this is, it's just over 4 1/4, so it would be 5/16, 4 5/16, or we've got 4 1/4 there. I've made it just over, just so it fits, and that's square, you want it the same size. So it's going to get glued on the same way as before, and then I've got 2 little pieces which are the same, just over 4 1/4 by 1/2 inch, and they're going to be for the, what do you call it, the sides of our little box, because I don't want it very deep. So I'm going to glue them on here. Okay, so there's the start of our lid, and yeah, that should be okay. There's plenty room there for it to slip on and off. I hope it's not too big. No, I don't think it is. And then the sides do the same, so we want to cover these like we did with the base. So we just want to cover these so that, again, there's enough room. And I mean, you don't really have to measure it, to be honest, because it's not going to be seen. It's just so it's enough to cover them like that. Okay. And then just glue them again onto the card. And like we did before, fold them first. I'll do this one and I'll do the other one off camera. Just cut them away. And just do what we did before, just only glue this one on. I've cut that like that, should be like that. And then take your lid, and we are going to cover the top anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then we want to glue them on the outside, okay, like that. So I'm going to get on and do that and I'll be back. Okay, so I did the lid. I have cut some little strips to go over those two tabs, and again what I did with the bottom, I just lined it with one piece. So now we've got a really strong chipboard box, okay, for our little napkins. Not napkins, I keep calling them napkins, coasters. Right, now this bit. So I've got my napkin, which is the same as my coasters. I've took the two plies off and I'm just left with the napkin. And what I'm gonna do is, for the lid, I've cut a piece of gold card which is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. I've cut a piece of just normal white card which is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, so it's just going to be, you know, on like that on the lid, and that covers them little tabs. So take your card, and what we're going to do is glue this napkin where I want the image on the card. Now, I was watching a video ages ago by, I think her name is Tina Zink, and she showed a method where, this was from a few years ago, she glued our napkins on with a glue stick, like a Pritt stick or something, but I don't have that, so I was experimenting with these last night, and I found the Sizzix glue works really well with it. You just put it on with a brush and your napkin goes on. Also, one of these Zig 2-way glue pens, or even a glue stick, anything like that. So what I'm going to do is, I've got my glue pen thing, and I'm just going to put the glue on. Now you've got to make sure you get everywhere, because wherever you miss, it's not going to stick your napkin. So make sure you get the corners everywhere. Right, that's all you need to do. I've got a thin layer on there. I'm going to take the napkin and I'm just going to place it on the card, and then I'm going to start and smooth it out. As you can see there, I just get my thumb and just gently rub it flat, and that's it. It's stuck. It's stuck flat. There's no wrinkles, and it took, what, a few seconds to do. And I'm going to turn it over, and I am just going to cut excess off. Isn't that cool? Now you can't tell that's a napkin, but it gives like a lovely kind of, I don't know, material velvet kind of look. Now this bit that I've discovered as well. Now this stuff here, I've used this before. It's Debbie Moore's Print Magic. You can get it on Debbie Moore's website, and it's for when you print images off your printer, you put it straight on and you heat it, but you can also use it with embossing powder. Now that is how I got this, and I think that's beautiful. Now I did experiment with some of the bonding powders. Do you know how you get the sticky bonding powders? And then putting glitter on the top, and this is what this was. Now it is nice, but it doesn't have a clear, it's not as clear because it hasn't obviously melted the glitter. So it does work, and you know, it doesn't come off. So if you don't have that, you can experiment with bonding powders and glitter on the top, but you need a very fine glitter. So I'm going to do this again. So it's just a very fine glittery. It's a bit like that heat and stick stuff that Stampin' Up used to sell years ago. So what I do is I just take an embossing pad and just literally press it all over this napkin. Alright, and then just need a bit of card to catch that. Then take this Print Magic, and just like you would embossing powder, just put it on the top. You can see it's coated it all because it's like a hazy look now. Back in the pot. Then you want your heat tool, and we want to heat set it on. So here we go. So it might be noisy if you want to turn the volume down. How cool is that? That is absolutely beautiful. You would have no idea that that was a napkin. Now what we're going to do is we are going to stick this to our little gold piece, but I'm going to use some foam pads. Isn't that just beautiful? And then I can't remember if I'd stuck, I need my two little strips for there, but I haven't cut them out yet. So anyway, I just want to really try the little coasters in. So there's my 4 little coasters. Turn them the right way. 4 little coasters in our gorgeous little box, which is a perfect fit. And then we've got our chipboard lid. Now isn't that just a perfect gift? Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, we need a piece for under here. Absolutely gorgeous. That is beautiful. I'm just going to quickly cut those pieces. We need 2 for the lid. The same size, 4 and just over 4 1/4 by 1/2 inch, and they are going to go, they're just going to cover those little tabs there that we had peeping over. Yeah, I think anybody would just be over the moon with that as a gift, which this is what this is for somebody. And it's all chipboard and yeah, beautiful. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you will give it a go, because this glittery embossing thing is beautiful. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Take care and bye for now.